Budweiser, a company that makes rusty tap water, which it somehow gets away with calling beer, Budweiser has taken a hit in recent years financially because people have discovered that real beer exists, and so we don't really need Budweiser. So I guess they're desperate for attention, and in an effort to get attention, they've unveiled a new series of cups which celebrate pride. And but it's not just the normal celebration of gay pride or whatever. These are worth taking a look at. So let's look at some of these. Okay, so the first one, just kind of normal, what you would expect. It says, "Fly the flag for inclusive pride." So take a look at this. It says, in 2017, the city of Philadelphia added a black and brown stripe to the classic rainbow design to better represent people of color within the community. It has since been flown at prides around the world. Now, okay, but I don't really understand why you need to add brown and black to represent brown and black people, because the normal pride flag has like pink and green and purple, right? It's not like the pink and green and purple are there to celebrate pink, green, and purple people. I thought the colors had nothing to do with race. So I don't know why you have to add the racial colors in there. It doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, and the next one is, this one is "Fly the flag for bi pride." It says magenta is for same gender attraction, blue is for attraction to genders other than your own, and lavender, a mix of the two, represents attraction to your own and other genders, though some interpret it differently. Okay. And then "Fly the flag for lesbian pride." Says, while this flag is commonly used, it isn't the only one. If you look around, you might see a version with a kiss in the corner representing lipstick lesbians, whatever that is, I have no idea, or a purple flag with a double-headed axe for laborious lesbian feminist pride. I don't know what that means. Okay, but now things start getting weird. It's already weird, but now it's going to start getting weirder. So this one is "Fly the flag for non-binary pride." It says yellow is for those whose gender exists outside of the gender binary. White is for people with many genders. Purple is for those who feel a mix of male and female. And black is for those who feel they're without any gender entirely. Now, wait a second, but I thought black was for black people. Now it's for black people or those who have no gender. So in other words, it's for black people or people who don't exist, because there's no such thing as a person with no gender. That doesn't exist on Earth, never has, never will. So we've expanded black, and now it includes those two things. Then it says, "Fly the flag for pan pride." Pan pride. Not like a frying pan. Blue symbolizes male attraction. Pink symbolizes female attraction. And yellow attraction to other genders. So how's that different from, didn't we already cover all of that? I don't know. Fly the flag for intersex pride. The circle symbolizes wholeness and completeness, while purple and yellow were chosen as they don't have female or male associations. Okay, but purple and yellow have like 19 other associations, don't they? We've already used purple and yellow on every other flag. So you're saying it has no other associations. I mean, you're cramming too many things in each of these colors. It doesn't make any sense. But now this really is what I wanted to. This is the only one we need to focus on. So get ready for this one. Last one. Fly the flag for asexual pride. It says black is for asexuals who don't feel sexual attraction to anyone. Gray is for gray sexuals who sometimes feel sexual attraction. And demisexuals who only feel it if they know someone well. White nods to non-asexual allies, and purple represents the whole community. So now we're using purple again. So it represents like 52 different things. And then we're using black again. So black represents black people or people with no gender who don't exist, or people who feel no sexual attraction to anyone. That's what black means on the flag. Now, of course, there are probably like 4 actual asexual people on Earth, if there are any at all, which I'm skeptical of, actually. Because to be a real asexual, you would have to never experience any sexual attraction to anyone ever. That would be a really asexual person. is someone who never feels sexually attracted to anyone, any shape, size at all. If that group exists, it is numerically very close to non-existence. But however many of them are out there, what does it mean to take pride in being asexual? What does that mean? You're proud of not being attracted to people? Now, if you're not attracted to people, you're not attracted to them. I'm not saying that you should be ashamed of that. I mean, if that's how you are, then I mean, you can't help it. But what does it mean to be proud of it? Like, how does that work? How can you be proud of an attraction you don't have? You're proud of your absence of attraction? I mean, isn't that like marching to express your pride in the fact that you don't like ham sandwiches? If you don't like ham sandwiches, that's fine, but you don't need to throw a parade about it. That's what I'm saying. So what are you proud of exactly? And then demisexuals are those who need to get to know someone before feeling attracted. All right, so those are just women, in other words. That's a woman. Women are less visual in their sexual appetites, and they tend to be attracted more based on personality, and that's the kind of thing. So those are just normal women. So we've got asexuals, which include 4 people on Earth, then demisexuals, which include 3.5 billion people. So things are a little bit lopsided here. And then we get to gray sexual, and those are people who sometimes feel sexual attraction. All right, so now that's just literally everybody in the world. That's just 7 billion people. Because everyone sometimes feels sexual attraction, I guess, except for the 4 asexuals out there. The only other option is to walk around always sexually attracted to every human, animal, and object you come across. That's the other option. If it's either never sexually attracted, or sometimes sexually attracted, or always sexually attracted to everything. Which, by the way, why aren't those people represented? What would that be? If you're always sexually attracted, if you're sexually attracted to literally everything in existence, like a man, a woman, a desk, a tree, a dog, a rock, the sky. I mean, I guess that's because that's the other option here. And I don't know what that would be. Would that be like, we need a name for that. I'm not clever enough to come up with a name right now, but they need to be in the acronym. Universal attraction, something like that. Unisexual? No, that sounds like you're only, I don't know. I would think that would be pansexual. Anyway, we can work on that. But regardless, if you're not that, and you're not asexual, then that means you're going to be sometimes sexual, and that you're sometimes sexually attracted, but then sometimes you're not, depending on what's around you, I suppose. So that's approximately 7 billion people. And which means that we all get to be in the acronym. The acronym has been expanded to include now 7 billion people. And this is what I'm talking about, that people are so desperate to be included in the supposedly oppressed LGBT category that they're making up labels that make no sense just so they can be included. It's become a very sought after club to be in. And that is not how oppression works. If you live in a country where there is a really systematically oppressed group of people, you are not going to be clamoring to be included in that group. Unless you're some kind of masochist, which I think they might be in the acronym too. I'm not sure. No, they are. I'm pretty sure they are. But unless you're a masochist, you wouldn't want to be in the group. The fact that everybody wants to be in the group and that we're making up labels just so we can get in that group just goes to show you that this is not an oppressed group. In fact, it shows you that the opposite is the case. It shows you that this is a privileged group. This is a group that if you're in that group, it affords you social and legal privileges. That's why people want to be in it. That's what attracts people to a group, is the privileges that they will gain if they're a part of it.